People in general want something that's real and genuine.
You know, as you're playing and you look out and you see people worshiping, or maybe you see somebody crying or just really pressed into worship, and it's like, you know, I've been there, I want that.
I think we love it when we're able to meet people who are past those ages that are able to see the authenticity and that are able to connect with us.
What our hope is that we would show people, hey, you're not as far off as you think. Like, God is right there, you know. Here, experience this. We'll show you this kind of love. We will display to you how you can hear God, you know. We'll show you what He's doing in our lives.
You know, for years at our Acquire the Fire events, worship has been one of the major focuses and forte. In fact, people come away and go, it changed my life. Just the worship, the presence of God. It was so real, it was so authentic. E-Tile label is actually pulling together artists that are young, that are writing the songs for their generation, that have a gifting to lead their generation in worship and singing to God. Well, I met the guys in Unhindered, the very first group for the E-Tile label. When they were still teenagers, they were like 19, they came to one of our events, and they're just raw, and they're cool, and they're real, and they're on the stage, and they're singing, and all the young people in the crowd are like, yes, this is us.
One of the main things we love about Team Mania and what the worship experience they have here is they allow the worship leaders to be themselves, and they allow time for the worship leaders to really take a group of people somewhere, take them on a journey, really teach them what it means to worship and kind of bring them into the presence of God. So that to me is part of the whole ATF worship experience.
Because there's something real about it, there's something authentic about it, and genuine about it, and something very deeply spiritual about it. And so we just believe it's going to be a great tool for young people to say, let's go share it with everybody.
People don't need just another song, and people don't need just another event. What they need to know is that God is real, and they need to know that the things that you sing about are more than just words.
Our heart is to just let people know the heart of God, and that He is a good God, and He loves them. He doesn't care as much about their past.
What's really special about the song You're My Creator is it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter what race you are, it doesn't matter what church you've been a part of. Everyone that we played the song for has they can connect with it because we've all been created by one God.
We really loved the way it turned out. It turned out a lot better at the end than we thought it would at the beginning. We kind of went through a lot of ins and outs and tried to rework and rewrite it differently, but by the time we got done with it, we were like, man, this is a really powerful song. We can totally see a lot of people singing it and really connecting with it.
Presence of God, I kind of think at a certain point we hope that even beyond the lyrics, the music can stand alone in a sense that it would bring the power of God just through whatever chords or whatever notes are being played, and that would be enough to kind of break chains from someone, not just spoken lyrics.
What you're really trying to do is you have these feelings inside of you, and you're trying to write them in such a way that someone who's hearing that is going, yeah, that's what I feel, and I don't know how to express that, but that's it.
I think our hope is that, you know, years down the road, people are still having this relationship with God. You know, people are still remembering those moments they had where God really touched them.
And you get people who literally will live with their lives just exposed before God and each other. And what you begin to see is not church culture Christianity. You just get real people who are living real lives and loving a real God, and it changes everything.
Glory,
Father Will You Come actually began in 3 different pieces. The first piece was the bridge, and which just says, "Glory, honor, power belong to you." And it started out at an altar call at an Acquire the Fire event. It was kind of just a prayer, and as it came out, I was like, man, that's really cool. It's really cool. When I took it to Ashley, actually, one thing he loved was "Consume us with your majesty." He just thought that stuck out like crazy. So what we decided to do is do that line twice, because we wanted to key in to that idea of God just consuming us with who He is. I think it went somewhere like this. Father, will you come and open up our eyes? Fill us with your heart, renew us with your life, consume us with your majesty, consume us with your majesty.
Father, will you come open up my eyes? Glory, honor, power. You get these little lines that people can connect with, not because it's a cool melody, but because it's so authentic that it almost rips your heart out of your chest and lays it bare before God and says, if you don't do something, my life is going to fall apart.
I think our hope for this record is that really 2 things. One is that people would understand their identity, and out of that identity they would go and serve, or they would go and be, or they would be the ones to really go and take the love that they've experienced to other people.
And the Great Commission wasn't something for good people just to do. It was an invitation of what the earth could look like if the church became the hope. If the church would be the hands and be the feet and be the compassion and be the joy.